Well, hi, I'm Mayor Jack O'Reilly, and today we're at the Dearborn Administrative Center, which is our new center of business for people doing business with the city of Dearborn. And it's going to be a little noisy when we go inside, but it's really our opportunity to show you what's going on and what's going to happen here. And Mike Kirk is with me, and he's the architect for this building and has kind of overseen what's going on. Now, there's a lot of little elements to be added, so there's a lot of changes, but we're standing in front of what will be the main public entrance, or what we call the central entrance. So this is a kind of not quite the middle of the building, but then there's an eastern entrance and a western entrance, which we'll talk about soon. But again, so this is the new center, and well, we're getting there.
Welcome, Mayor. Yes, we're all ready to bring you folks in a week from today.
Right.
And everything's progressing. You'll notice that a lot's going to get done in the last week, so you'll see a lot of construction workers busily working away.
Trying to make me feel good.
Yes.
Well, all right. We're going to talk about it inside, so we'll go in and start the conversation and tour the building, give you a sense of what's here and what it's going to look like, okay? Let's go in. Well, here we are inside the main entrance, as you saw from the outside, which will be the central entrance. And as you come in, the first thing you have is a counter with a person here, so that whatever business you're here to do, you'll be able to find out where to conduct it. And you won't go very far, because as we look around this section, you're going to see that every office of the city that has anything you're going to have to do with, any office you have to do business with, is going to have a representative right here in the lobby. So you won't have to go searching for the right office, you won't have to go searching all over looking for where you want to be. You'll be there as soon as you walk in the building. This is part of our customer service improvements. You're greeted as you come in, and you are going to get to where you want to be much more quickly, and you're going to reach the staff you need to talk to more quickly. No running around, and no wondering where your car is when you're done, because there's only one place you come in.
Yeah, and as the mayor said, as we come over here to our right, we have the assessors, the engineering department, water department, human resources on the back there, city clerk, and then all down the west side here we have residential services and the permit counters for the commercial building department. So people can come pick up their permit, go pay right across the way at the treasurer, and come right back, all within about 100 feet of one another.
Right.
There will also be monitors hanging from the ceiling, TV monitors, and you'll be able to take a number at a number of these departments, so that we hope that that'll smooth the delivery of service as well. And the floors in here are kind of dusty, but this is all a colored, stained, polished concrete, very contemporary look with the color core kind of molded, sculpted surfaces. We took our inspiration from car bodies and thought that the curved surfaces were very evocative of the Dearborn area. Oh. So with that, let's head over towards the council area.
We just came down a hallway along the front to the council chambers. Now, one of the interesting things about the council chambers is it's in a part of the building that can be isolated for nights and weekends, so that we can have the rest of the building shut down, and this will function not only for council meetings, but other meetings, other types of meetings. So in terms of meeting space, we have a lot of different options, right?
Yep. Yeah, we've got several conference rooms right around here, so you can have breakout sessions as well as the general meetings themselves.
And so here you can see there'll be a dais and everything will be set up. There's like large screens, so everybody in the room can see what's going on, both in person and by video. And we'll have chairs set up. And the nice thing about this is this space is flexible. So with the chairs, we also have tables. So what we can do is have events here or meetings here involving tables and chairs, or we can have it set up for the council meeting, so we can get people in, and everybody has an opportunity to be part of it. So the council chambers, of course, is handicap accessible also, and as traditionally it leads right into the council office. Yep. In the back.
And we also have a curtain that can be drawn around the council dais, so that will kind of set it off, and this will feel like a regular conference room when somebody else uses it. You can change the orientation of the seating, and focus on one of these side monitors if you want to do projections, etc.
Okay, very good. So, you know, everybody get a chance to see that. Of course, especially in the televised meetings, they'll see it even if they're at home. All right.
Shall we go out to the atrium entrance
Yeah,
next?
we'll go out to the entrance for this section. Well, this building was originally built for the ADP headquarters, which occupied it for only 10 years before it became vacant, and we bought it. But this atrium was sort of one of the highlight features. We looked at converting it to a lot of different things, but decided it would be a functional public space and exhibition space. And this is where you come in the west doorway. The west will be where the meeting rooms and the council chambers and council offices are. And it'll make it very convenient to come right in. This is a good gathering space for events or after events if you're using some of the facilities in here for meetings and so on. And it gives us a really nice open space for a lot of different functions. But it does go into the council offices right around the corner.
Right, and this wall off to our left here is where we're going to be relocating the Veterans Memorial Plaque from City Hall that comes off the Michigan Avenue entrance. And you can see the balcony up above that kind of connects the two levels together. Very spacious, airy place, and once we get some flexible display systems in here, you can showcase a lot of the great work of all the Dearborn citizens.
Well, let's go take a look at some of the other features.
All righty.
Okay.
On our way to the council offices.
Well, we're here in the city council chambers, and the council persons will have each room, and then we have enter lobby and conference rooms. So again, it's a good space for working, functional, and cost efficient. So here we are.
Yeah, a lot of light, so that they'll have very spacious offices, and the president's office is down at the end of the corridor, and we've provided for all of their storage and work needs.
All right.
I guess now we ought to head upstairs to the second floor.
Okay. Well, except for the lobby and the council chambers and a couple other places, most of what you'll see throughout this building was already here and was built out for ADP, and we just kind of got it with the building. But one of the things that was a nice feature and a cost savings is that Ford Motor Company, at least their Ford Motor Land division, had a lot of extra cubicles or workspace stations that they were not going to reuse, and so they made them available to the city and donated them. So throughout this space, we were able to save a great deal of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, because we were given these spaces by Ford Land, and we just had to clean them up a bit, right?
Yeah, and they're really very serviceable, made right here in Michigan.
I think
yeah, steel case.
Steel case, yeah.
And these are very spacious workstations as far as modern contemporary offices go. So should serve our city staff very well.
Right. And this building, having only been used 10 years, particularly this level, really had very little we had to do to it except clean it up a little bit.
That's
right?
true.
Yeah,
yep.
It was in great shape already. So we'll go down.
Let's head over to the mayor's office now.
So now we move into this section. This will be another meeting room right off the mayor's office, and then we go through, and the mayor's office comes into here.
We'll have all the mayor's support staff in this area.
Right.
Again, all the same workstation environments that we have throughout
so
the building.
there's going to be a real similarity in terms of the look of everything as we go through, although everything will be marked, so you won't have to worry. You'll be able to identify it. So now we come into a section that has a lot of different departments, but the Department of Public Information is here, and this new studio for filming and producing programs like this is right here adjacent to this. And then you want to describe what else as we come through?
Sure. We've got residential services off to my left here, kind of coming through the space, and right beyond them in front of us is the Economic and Community Development Department. And then at the far end, the east end of the second floor, we have the legal department.
Right.
And as you can see, we've tried to use a lot of different colors, coordinating with the carpeting, broad swaths of different tones, and then trying to liven the space up a bit.
Right. Of course, in here we have space will be for the legal department, and it's kind of a little more isolated because of the issues they deal with and the types of topics they have. So again, each space is considering what are the needs of that unit, what are the needs in terms of how we serve the customers. So, you know, it's been designed with that thought in mind, but with a nice feel for consistency and, you know, comfort.
Yeah, and then in addition, all of the built-in areas down through the center core of the building are being reused as conference space. We've got a little coffee niche here, and the restrooms are located on either end of the building. So we've been able to capitalize on all those assets that were already here and build a new office space off of them.
Right. Again, trying to keep it down to the investment, only what we need to invest to get the functionality and customer service we needed. So the biggest changes are in the customer service area at the front door with all that access, and the council and meeting rooms that also serve the public.
Correct.
Okay, let's take a walk around to the corner here.
All righty.
And then behind us, that wall that runs all the way across is actually houses the information technology department, which gives them security, gives them plenty of storage that's not accessible to everybody. So there's a lot of security features, and that's a key one of them. And then the space behind me, which is not occupied at this point, is one of the spaces being considered for our new joint dispatch, so that the police fire dispatch can work out of here, because they're actually serviced by the information technology department at the city, and that would be perfect. And both of them need the power backup, which we haven't had at City Hall, but we will have here, so that there'll be generator backup in case anything happens and the power goes out. We won't lose those vital services. And that was another function that this building had, a built-in generator, right?
Yes, they did, and we were able to bring a generator that was left over from another city project and plug right in to the available switch.
Right, so that saved a lot of money in terms of trying to put in the infrastructure and so on, because all that infrastructure was already here.
Correct.
All right. Well, here we are outside. We want to take you here because at least for the first 6 to 9 months, we're actually at least 9 months, we're going to be using this entrance that's shared with Ghaffari, because that's how this was built. So this driveway goes into our center. But it's not very hard to recognize, because you know that we're just across the street from the Ford World Headquarters. So there in the background is the Ford World Headquarters. Ghaffari comes up right here, just a little bit east of Southfield Road, and our building is 16901. Now, by next year, we're going to put a new driveway next to the library that'll become the main entrance once we do that, and we'll look at that. Well, now we're on the east side of the building looking east, and what you can see, of course, is the Henry Ford Centennial Library. Beyond that is our courts and police station, and beyond that, the Ford Community Performing Arts Center. So now it's all one campus. The city's main principal activities all occur here. And right next to me, this lot that the city owns, the front part of it is going to become the new Dearborn Veterans Memorial Park. So we're going to create a nice passive park, a place to display the memorials or monuments from the Allied War Veterans Council, and a place that people can spend some quiet time, maybe have lunch, whatever, but it'll be a permanent place where we remember veterans from Dearborn and everybody who served in our military and gave us great service. And the Allied War Veterans Council is actually working on the concept for what will be here, but that'll be part now of this part of the property between our new center and the library. So again, we now have a city complex that is integrated, and we'll have room to grow, because behind that, on the other side, there's still property the city bought in 2000, which can be used for some purpose way down the road that we can't envision today. So it lets us be a growing, vibrant community. So I'm looking forward to seeing you at the new center. I want to thank Mike for all he's done, and I'll thank him more once we move in and everything works out, but that's all right. But anyway, it is really going to be transformative. It's going to save us money because the operational costs are going to go down, and we've got a wonderful reuse that's going to generate activity in the neighborhood of the City Hall, which will always be at Michigan and Schaefer, and is now a designated National Historic Site. So it'll always look like it looks today from the outside, but it's going to become a vibrant place that's going to help attract more people to come to Dearborn. And so for everybody that needs to understand that on Friday we're operational until noon on the 19th, so that's going to be the 19th of September. We're functional till noon, then we close, and then we have the weekend to get everything relocated here, get set up on Monday, and we'll be back in business bright and early on Tuesday morning. Okay, so again, it's a brief close, half a day on Friday and all of Monday, and then on Tuesday we're back in business at our new location.
I'll be here to welcome you on the 23rd.
Thanks, and to troubleshoot.
Yes, for sure.
All right, very good.
Thanks a lot.